Hello and welcome to the War Report. I'm your host Cyrus, joined by say your name.
Oh, I thought you was gonna introduce me. We didn't practice that, bro.
I like what is it? I put my hand to like the computer screen as if like I have a camera on.
Well, if you don't know by the rich, lush voice that you're hearing, I am a member of the A Show Network, 1/3 of the Rewriters Room, Armon Sadler. Very happy to be here and get the call from my War Report brethren. Actually, my first time doing a pod with just Cyrus. I'm looking forward to this opportunity. I hate that I had to learn that he really strongly dislikes me by making me watch this AEW episode tonight. That's something that I'm processing right now, but I'm happy to be here nonetheless.
And we're here to talk about NXT and AEW, but I will tell you right now, on the most hated list, you were number two.
Nice. Okay.
There was somebody I hated more, and I wanted them to watch AEW with. And that man is Justin. Quan is on leave, and I believe he's on fatherly duties.
Hmm.
So Quan has to be a parent and all that. Life comes first. Um, but yeah, so Quan is he also told me that he won't be here next week, so we'll also have another guest next week. But yeah, that's show news, like behind the curtain news, I guess. But how's life? How's things going? Just like
Uh,
overall things. We will be talking about Love Island, but just
I figured, I figured, but life is good, man. Preparing for throwing my 30th birthday party this weekend. So
yes,
looking forward to
sir.
that. Got my guy, our social media manager Dion coming up DJing that, so that'll be cool. Couple RWC people popping out, so looking forward to that. Work is fine. I'm happy that I'm off on Thursday for Juneteenth. Um,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, man, life is really just me doing my Duolingo, playing college football on PS5, watching a lot of wrestling. Uh,
What are you learning on Duolingo?
so it's been Spanish for the last 2 years, but I added Creole back in December. Um,
Fire.
yeah, man, my mom was really heavy on teaching us when I was young, and obviously young me was like, I don't want to do that, but uh,
My
really,
mom was the complete opposite.
mhm,
She did not want us to learn, and it's not because of like assimilating or anything like that.
yeah,
Adult business was told in Creole.
yeah.
So like a lot of like family gossip and stuff like that, that was all said in Creole.
Hmm.
And kids, you can't trust a child with a secret.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
I never learned.
it's funny now that I'm learning words because that's really what Duolingo is good for. Like in terms of having conversations, it's not the best, but just knowing like the words and their meanings. So every time I learn a word and I remember hearing it, I'm like, oh, that's what they was saying. Okay, yeah, they was talking shit about us.
Um, but yeah, I never got around to like learning a second language. Maybe I'll do a Duolingo. I know they like do the AI shit, but I know a lot of people are just like, hey man, the Duolingo streak come first.
Yo, it's part of my morning routine. Like I get up, vitamins, all that different shit, and then on my commute, I usually do my Duolingo there. So it's just yeah,
Mm.
it's worked into my day. I actually need to complete my streak. I'll probably do it while we're doing this because I didn't get to do it this morning. But typically, I get it done in the morning to activate my brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
My morning commute has I'm finally like finishing this audiobook. I got it for free on Audible. It's like a book series.
Hmm.
It's Musashi, which is just like a story about like a samurai or whatever, and it's about like 7 books. Um, what is it? It was free, and then when I looked at it, I was like, damn, this shit is like it was like 50 something hours. And I was just like, yeah, I'm locked in. Because it's also based on a manga that I wanted to read,
All right.
and I was just like, I hope the manga's better, because book 3 and 4, I was ready to chuck my phone into the ether, bro. This book fucking sucks. But it is getting better, and this has been the first week since I started my job, and that's been really, really cool. Um, I'm wait. I'm looking forward to next week when I'm no longer the new guy in office,
Right.
because everybody has been extremely nice, but everybody's just like, you're working, and everybody's like, so where you from? I'm about to get no work done for the next hour. You speak to me, that shit is cooked. Nothing productive is coming out of me for the next like hour or so. Um, but so far it's been really, really cool, really, really fun. Everybody's been really nice. And yeah, uh, it's gonna cause me to miss the first hour of Dynamite every week until like things start slowing down at work. But so far, so good. It allows me to miss AEW for a good reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's that doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, a blessing in disguise. And then currently no gaming news. I'm not really doing anything. But I am also preparing for my birthday this weekend. You already know.
Hmm.
I'm not doing anything though. I have like so much shit to do next week, but I am getting my hair done, so that's the shit. Um,
Love that. Yeah,
yeah.
it's interesting, man. Like, cause my birthday over here, it's like a thing. Like people every year, I either I typically throw a party. So
Hmm.
around like April, everyone's like, "Yo, Armon, you turned 30 this year. What you doing?" And I was like, "Yo, I kind of think I just want to take a solo trip." And
Oh
I've got
hell
some,
no, nigga.
but I've got some travels coming up the next couple of months. So I was like, "All right, I'll throw a party." And it's 30, so it's kind of a
Hmm.
big deal. But party planning is stressful.
Yes, event planning always fucking sucks.
Very much so.
But hey man, you do the unction and then it's over after that.
Yeah, yeah. I think that I'm gonna chill till maybe 35 or 40 after this one, and
Okay.
start doing something for myself because there's still some places in the world I want to hit that I haven't been yet.
Fire, fire, fire. All right. So I already know we taking a solo trip to the villa.
Oh yeah, baby, Fiji.
I'm actually like sad that Quan isn't here,
Hmm.
because I have slowly like last week I was in.
Yeah.
This week I am submerged. I am like, the water is over my head. I am deep into Love Island right now. And I convinced one of my other friends to watch Love Island. And now I'm in multiple group chats just talking about Love Island.
Fam, it's taking over my life. I got my group chat with the homies, and one of them had to point out, he was like, "Yo, we've talked about Love Island more than we've talked about the NBA Finals." I'm like, I had to really sit with that for a second. I was
This
like,
is,
"Damn, like we really are." Like, and the finals have been good. I've enjoyed the finals,
yeah,
but like Love Island's every day, and then like the analysis we do, whether it's in the Discord and the group chat, and now I'm
yeah.
dropping these daily like villain and heroes lists and seeing all the tweets. Like it's kind of taken over my life. Like I don't think it's to an unhealthy level yet because I'm not like as invested in it as these crazy fans are. Like each character has like real stan pages and Twitter communities and shit.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
I'm just a fan kind of analyzing
yeah.
it, but
That's a
I
little
talk about it
much.
a lot.
Like, I'll talk about it with friends, and at most, I will check the Reddit just to see how, checking the temperature. That
Yeah.
is it. You won't be seeing a stand page or any shit like that out of me. But like, not to like discredit Love Island at all, because like just knowing how they like do the show, kind of crazy. Like it
Hmm.
pseudo moves in real time, or is like
Yeah.
as real time as it gets. Um, and I think that's a really cool aspect of the show. And right now, there's just not much really happening in pop culture.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think right now, like, We talked about the Sabrina Carpenter cover just a little bit in the Discord. Um, I rather talk about Love Island than talk about like, oh, is aesthetic feminism back, or is Sabrina Carpenter just a freak? She's just a fucking freak. Um,
Yeah,
or doing
it's
like this
weird.
other shit. Like I don't want to talk about Pusha T and fucking Travis Scott.
Yeah,
I think the NBA is cool, but like, there's a game tomorrow, but there hasn't been a game. There's not always a game on.
yeah,
Um, Wrestling debates, I rather not.
absolutely not.
So it's just like Love Island right now is just the thing that like is bringing people together.
Yeah.
Despite whatever weird purity culture that's going on right now, and then whatever bullshit's happening in rap. So like this is just fun. Like it's just
Hmm.
fun all around. And Love Island right now is probably Love Island is probably the only piece of media where I will see like a think piece on TikTok and I'd be like, yeah, I'm watching this TikTok all the way through. I'm watching sociology majors really go fucking crazy. Um, and I fucking love it. Well, since it happens so often, I am sort of behind.
Yeah.
Um, so I saw your heroes and villain lists, and I would consider that a spoiler, but I don't care. Like it's
Right.
everybody's watching at different times. Um, but yeah, no, this show is like really, really fucking good. I wish people did tell me to watch last season, but like by the time I was told, they was like deep in it. Like I believe Casa
Yeah.
Amor has already happened.
Yeah.
Um, so I am looking forward to my first Casa Amor and the first movie night.
Movie night, yeah, it gets active. I actually started it late last season too, so I binged. Like I spent like a whole weekend like binging to try and
Oh,
catch up.
you're
I still
crazy.
couldn't even catch up, but I got pretty close to it. But the show like had ended in real time before I could actually catch up to where people were. But yeah, I was locked in, man. And it's interesting. I was like apprehensive to start just because like I'm not like a big reality TV show person. Back when I was younger, of course, Flavor of Love, I Love New York, The Real World, stuff like that I watched. But just as I got older, I don't know, I watch sports, I play video games, I just do different shit. But
Yeah, I do like so much other shit than like watching than
but
watching like Love Island.
but this shit got me locked in, man. It's fun to watch like young 22 to 25-year-olds do the same dumb shit that I was doing when I was dealing with love and women back then.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't know, it's a really fascinating cultural phenomenon. And again, I really love the conversations that I end up having with people as a result. Like there are men who I know who are Team Hudda, and I'm like, how are you possibly Team Hudda, bro?
That
That don't
has
make no.
that has to be like n Stockholm syndrome or uh immaturity or
Hmm.
not really realizing what toxicity really looks like.
Yeah.
Um, all sorts of shit like that. Like Huda, very fine lady,
Extremely.
beautiful woman. I see how you treat your partners. I don't want to be treated that way. So like you are a 10 that gets bumped down to a
Hmm.
7. You are
Yeah.
terrifying to me. And that's not even factoring the like part that you're not really telling people that, not at front telling people that you were a single mother and just like
Hmm.
you're waiting till the guy is like deep in it and then you just like spring on the you're gonna be a stepfather. And then if nigga be like, whoa, 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 nah, it's too late.
And it's crazy 'cause they weren't even deep in it. She told him like on episode 4 that I think maybe like only 5 or 6 days had elapsed by then.
Mm,
Like it's like it's interesting because I see people say she should have told everyone from the beginning. I see some people say she should have waited longer. I can't speak because I'm not a single parent myself, and I haven't had to navigate that
yeah.
situation. But I just find it funny how she always conveniently brings it up in situations where like
She's
people are
looking bad.
against her. Yeah, yeah. Like she calls herself emotionally mature and super understanding, and it says it's a result of her being a mother. But what we're watching on TV, you are not emotionally mature and you are not very understanding
Not rational at all.
at all.
Throwing tantrums, all sorts of shit. And, I just don't really understand her logic after the voting process.
Hmm.
Um, you all right, so one of the girls I forgot who was just trying to like, just try to like tell her just a little bit, just like America is seeing something that we aren't.
Hmm.
And her mind went, oh, he's a piece of shit when I'm not around. And then
Yup.
I'm just thinking, when is he not around you? That's the one thing. And then and then, we take another step back. It's America sees that Jeremiah is a cheater. So America tried to vote me off to save me from him.
Hmm. Weird shit.
You are, well, what Justin Bieber said, you're not clocking Jeremiah is standing on business right now. Like, you don't get it.
At all. It's just a constant misinterpretation of things that are pretty clear cut, but she lacks the ability to see clear cut
that she
things.
that she is the problem. That's what
Like
it really is.
there's no accountability there whatsoever.
And my thing is that like I feel like her support system should start really being real with her
Hmm.
because when she when the people came back on the boat and she started walking towards the boys, somebody should have been like, "Girl, don't do that."
Bro, like that's nuts.
When
It's
when she went to go run up on Iris, nobody was just like, "Hey, yo, chill out." When she was screaming, calling him a bitch, blah blah blah, pussy, all sorts of shit, one girl didn't go, "Hey, yo, chill out."
yeah.
It
Yeah,
was all just
she's
consoling her as if she was in the right. I feel like if one person would have said, "Yo, you bugging the fuck out," she probably would have reeled it in a little bit.
yeah, it's
Maybe,
a lot of enablers around her, and it's constantly like, oh, you don't want a man like that, you don't want a man like that. But then when they're not with her, they talking about how toxic she is.
or just like
Like
she's fucking nuts.
I'm like, bro, like you, this is gonna continue until y'all really step in and tell her, like, yo, you're bugging out.
Like, there's so many other guys on the island. Like, get it together. Like, I know she might be feeling bad because she gave him the buns, but like, charge it to the game.
That's that's how it be sometimes, bro. That's how
just,
it be.
just charge it to the game, man.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I thought that's like was like really crazy. And then she eavesdrops on the conversation. Here's a part that she don't like, and then comes out the corner and being like, "Fuck you."
yeah,
Nobody was just like, "That was really fucking weird."
hmm, yeah.
Nobody. Very odd behavior from everybody, and I'm very much looking forward to these next set of to the next set of episodes. And just see if we could get survive the hurricane.
Yeah, you're not caught up yet, but the most recent one, so that was Tuesday night. That one you're gonna feel a strong mix of emotions. I'll just I'll just leave it at that.
I'm gonna pop some champagne. And then just on the flip side of like Love Island or just like the Hurricane Hood thing, like she is the most talked about person on this show. Like her and
Yeah,
Jeremiah are like the most talked about people on this show.
yeah,
I I am honestly not really invested in any much like anybody else for real, because those two and like what they got going on is like dominating the conversation.
yeah,
And I would really be surprised if like Love Island, like the producers or whoever's like, showrunner, blah blah blah, like doesn't like rig the game in her favor. Because most TV shows would be like she's good television. Like she get the niggas talking.
Yeah, man. No, we were talking about it in the Discord today. We came up with like power rankings of people, and not just people we liked, but literal like power within the show. And the fact that Huda and Jeremiah dominate TV time, and the fact that she's escaped two eliminations, which we think is partially the producers and partially, Friend Island, everyone's loyal to the day ones and the girls are loyal to each other. Like she's gonna last for a very long time. And I think even if she doesn't win, the podcast run that she's gonna go on, the brand
Hmm.
deals that she's gonna get, like
She's a
her
talked about figure.
yeah, she's gonna be good. And like whether she's hated or loved, but again, she has stands. Like there are people who really ride for her. So she's gonna be one of those polarizing social
She,
media people that thrives.
yeah, she's probably gonna be like the New York of our time. For the flavor of love folks
That's
out
that's that's a
there.
pretty perfect comparison. Yeah.
Like possibly like probably just like one of the oddest people on the show. I was gonna say dumb. I don't think she's dumb, but I do think she's crazy that she like fell in love with Flavor Flav, nigga ugly as hell. Um like twice her age. Um
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like she's done a lot with like just her career alone, and Justin said it that like she has a future in like all these other reality shows where
Hmm.
being toxic does like get you a dub, gets you a win.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, she's on Zeus.
Hey,
Worst case scenario, she's on Zeus. Uh, for the love of Huda, I'll watch. Shit, I'll
I,
see what bullshit is on there.
I might have to tap into that. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to. I
It
might have
it
to.
it would be insane. All right,
Yeah.
that's enough Love Island talk. I'm gonna watch the episodes as I edit this episode. So we have to actually get into it. We have to get in the trenches. Grab your gun, get your helmet. Not much news. I just have these two topics here, and we have a production crew member filing a lawsuit against AEW and John Moxley for negligence, civil assault, and battery. Last year, Kenny Omega and John Moxley have a steel cage match, which I vaguely remember. Um, John Moxley grabs a screwdriver from just one of the cameramen, just like a staff, production staff, grabs it, goes, "I don't like to look at that nigga," and then just shoves the fuck out of him.
Hmm.
It looked like a pretty bad fall. Even if it just looks like a regular fall, you don't know the like condition of someone's body. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nigga could have had sickle cell. You don't know that shit, man. Um, it this happened a year ago. So it took some time. And when this news came out, people instantly pulled out the shield,
Of course.
which I thought was very odd. Um, it was just like it was beast, the usual. It's well, why are they doing this on when AEW has a special show? AEW just has that negative aura around it. Like whenever you want to do something, there's like a looming shadow over it, which I don't really think that this is that much of a looming shadow, but uh something always happens when AEW is about to have a big show. Um Ricochet called the dude a pussy, which I thought was very bizarre and odd. And
Stupid.
I was talking to somebody about this and he was just like, "Do you feel as if uh who is right or wrong in the situation?" And obviously like I think that like it's wrong. Like Moxley shouldn't have like really shoved that dude. And whether or not the guy got like legitimately injured or not, Moxley should have just like shoved him because it added nothing to the match.
Yeah.
I don't think people saw him shove that production guy was just like that was so badass.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't feel like the guy should just like let it slide. Um, Reading the article, I read that he was just part of like a staffing agency in the area. So like he's not employed by like AEW. He's just like a contract guy. And people are just like, oh, they don't have like workers' comp or any shit like that. And it's just like independent contractor. Y'all know how this goes. So and then guy he needed I believe like um I forgot what the name of the surgery was. It was like something fusion for like his shoulder and neck.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn bad.
Yeah, anytime I see the word fusion and it's the name of the surgery, I'm just like, okay, that dude got fucked up pretty fucking bad. Like
Yeah. Not really
and
sure what's to defend there, or to act like
I
you're
mean,
AEW's the victim there. Like that's
yeah,
pretty bad.
it's so weird. Like this just random guy gets hurt. And it was just like, oh, he got hurt on the job. What a cow, what is he suing AEW for? And it's just like, the nigga got hurt on the job.
Yeah,
He about to get a bag now.
bro.
Y'all pray for the same.
Imagine you get hired to work a Nike event or something one night only, and you get fucking like something happens to you. Like it's a similar situation where you don't even work for the company, you're just doing something for them, a one-off, and you get fucked up. Like, yes, you have every right to sue the pants off them. Like, that's nuts. It's really nuts how people think, man.
Yeah. I don't really understand the defending for AEW here. Especially since like it's just something that they could really just settle on.
Hmm.
It's not like it really like damages the reputation of AEW at all. Um it might, but like I don't really think like they'll just settle out of court and then, wipe their hands clean. Like that's all it's gonna be. I think it'd be crazy if AEW really tried to fight this. Just pay for the nigga hospital bill and then we keep it pushing.
Yeah,
I feel like a
simple as
lot of
that.
people are making this a like bigger deal than it is, and I don't think like Ricochet tweet like helped either.
Uh,
I thought that was really weird from him.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, I do think it's a big deal in that their reckless nature that is often praised is something
mhm.
that should be reined in. Like there should like that should be something that you should maybe talk over with someone beforehand if you're gonna engage with someone who's not actually in the match. Or you should have
Yeah.
producers. Like this is why you need producers and writers and people who kind of, keep these things together, risk management type of stuff. So I think it's a big deal in that it's reflective of how stupid the company can be sometimes.
I mean,
Um,
them not having production meetings is probably one of the dumbest shit I've ever like heard.
yeah, yeah,
Like just not doing it is like kind of crazy. And honestly, I don't think they need production meetings for John Moxley to just not hurt staff
yeah.
or
Like
like production staff. Like
there's so many.
they're not part of the physical aspect of the show. Like
Yeah. There's so many other ways you can show that you're a badass, John Moxley. You don't need to push a random fucking staffer.
yeah, and then like in a match, like people had to like jog my memory about what the fuck this match was, and it's like the match where like Don Callis kind of like turns on Kenny Omega and stuff like that, and I was just like, y'all about to get sued for something that happened in this nothing ass match. That's fucking crazy. Like I forgot that like Kenny Omega and John Moxley wrestled more than once. Like I was just like on a night that like nothing really needed to happen. Like it could have
Hmm.
just like went on as normal, and now you have like this kind of looming over that night now. Um, Really, really weird stuff, but it is what it is. I'm sure it'll just like get settled and then we can all just move on.
Yeah. That would be the smart thing for them to do.
Yeah. Goldberg's return. How do you feel about it?
I'm cool with it, man. Goldberg's my guy. I loved him when I was young, playing SmackDown Here Comes the Pain and all those games. And I was so happy when he returned in 2016 and saw him cook Brock. And He's Goldberg's my guy, so I'm always gonna be happy to see him. I do think he's well beyond, time where he should be a super active competitor, and he's not. He hasn't. I don't think he's wrestled since Roman in 2022.
Mm.
But I knew this was coming. I was at Bad Blood in Atlanta when him and Gunther had that moment. I think that it's a dream match. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't really get the very excessive hatred for it, aside from, people being upset that Jey Uso had to lose the title for this to happen.
Even though they didn't
Um,
want him to have the belt.
right, yeah, man. Yeah, it's just like people change their perspective and their feelings to match the moment and to match, the hot topic. And, there's that long running complaint of part-timers coming in and getting big matches. But hey, man,
Hmm.
Goldberg's a draw. This is a great match for Gunther. He gets to kill a legend, and it's Goldberg's hometown, and you're never gonna have to see him again. So I don't see
Yeah.
why
Um,
you gotta go so hard with the hate.
it's
But
it's
I'm tapped in though.
yeah, it's really odd to me. I do echo your thoughts on Goldberg. Like I think he's cool. I definitely think like he's like well past his time. But like the match is gonna be short. Like
Yeah,
I'm thinking like sub 10 minutes. Shit,
easily,
sub 8.
easily.
You know?
I'm pretty sure his longest match in the last like decade was the one with Lashley at Crown Jewel 2021, and that was like a Falls Count Anywhere and no holds barred, and that probably only went like 13, 14. So
Yeah.
it's not something that's gonna take up too much of your TV time. There's gonna be better matches on the card, presumably.
Like I think like Goldberg is gonna get his shit off.
Yeah, as he
He's
should.
gonna he's gonna like he's gonna get a spear. I feel like most of like the match is probably gonna be like Gunther like choking him
Hmm.
or like trying to choke him. I
Yeah.
I don't know if Goldberg's gonna get him up for the jackhammer, but like we're just gonna go through the match is gonna go through the motions.
Hmm.
I don't think that like honestly, I find it weird just like the people that are like upset
Yeah.
as well because like you said like oh they killed Jey Uso's like title reign so we can have this weak ass match. One is not the only match that Gunther's gonna have.
Hmm.
Y'all didn't even like Jey Uso's reign.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
match is gonna be short as fuck. And then on top of that, it's at Saturday Night Main Event and it's non-title and it's y'all don't like Saturday Night Main Event, so why are y'all like y'all say y'all don't like it because it's commercial galore, and then you complain what's on it.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think I honestly feel like Saturday Night Main Event is so skippable.
It really is. It
You can
really
just
is.
legitimately one of the few things that WWE can like you could watch that and just ignore it. Like doesn't really matter. Like Saturday Night Main Event is like, it's pretty big budget. Like, it's main roster's like sideshow. Like it's whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all hate
Yeah.
everything about what's going like y'all hate everything about Saturday Night Main Event. But y'all like just don't watch. Like I keep I I make sure to block anybody that posts wrestling, anybody that talks about wrestling that shows up on my TikTok page. I do not like hearing niggas wrestling takes on there. If it's gonna be like a highlight tape, sure. Niggas start talking about their opinion, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the past what is it? Probably yeah, like 2 weeks, probably even three. But like since the Goldberg news was like rumored, people were just like, I'm watching All In instead.
Cool.
Okay.
Good for you, dog. Like,
Just watch the show. There has been, I have not seen one video of somebody just being like, and it's probably my algorithm. Like, I don't want to see AEW shit anyway. But it's
yeah.
just like, oh, I can't wait for All In. It's, I'm going to watch All In because I don't want to watch Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah. It's always in spite of WWE, anti WWE, and
Okay, like, okay, nigga, like, what? it's so weird. There's this there's one nigga that he just like keeps talking about you know, just the shit that we see on the TL. And then his
Hmm.
first video where like I should have blocked him right then and there. He was just like, "Yeah, man, I wanted to get W tickets to this WWE pay-per-view, but like they were costing an arm and a leg, and it's all WWE's fault." Not really.
Yeah, man.
Like if you knew that the show was like in your area, which a lot of people know, like you'll know like 6 months in advance, honestly. Like you could just go
Yep.
to their events page and like look at it. Like not trying to like be a pull up by your bootstraps type shit, but like save up. And then nigga was
People.
just like, I'm not going to this WWE pay-per-view, but I'm going to All In instead. Okay. And it was just like WWE made me do this. No, your finances made
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah.
You'll
J-
be a-okay, nigga.
huge lack of accountability in that regard too, man. Like I just I don't be knowing what to say to niggas. Like I was recording the podcast the other day, and then because obviously I talk wrestling on the podcast too, and some dude came to
Hmm.
me. He was like, yeah, man, I'm not really feeling Triple H's booking lately. Like I'm enjoying AEW more, and I'm like, I bro, like I don't really know. Like what am I supposed to do with
Yeah,
this information?
it's always just like I don't like WWE, so I am watching AEW. And I said this in the Discord many years ago. When the conversation about AEW like not really catering to the casual audience,
Hmm.
I could probably find the message at some point, but I said AEW is not trying to reach a casual audience. What they're going to
Hmm.
do, they're going to wait until somebody is like jaded and just like fuck WWE, I'm going to watch AEW instead. But that kind of model, fell through once Vince wasn't around.
Yep.
And you might say that like, well, it's coming together right now because people are not really happy about, you know, WWE's booking and, more people are going to watch All In than Saturday Night Main Event. That's not happening.
Nope.
But like just the talent that are just like, please, take me back
Yeah.
and going back to the place that, that fired them. It was just like, this is a new regime that like I can get behind.
Yeah.
AEW, and I truly feel like the new car smell is like off AEW now.
For sure.
Um, but like you can watch All In. I promise like you can watch All In because you like AEW.
Hmm.
Like, do you like AEW or you just don't like W? Like, well, what is it really?
Yeah. Yeah. And for most people, it's it's doing it in spite of WWE.
And I'm
And then
just
and then you ask them, you're like, all right, so what you like about AEW? Like, yo, the matches are better. I'm like, all right, what do you remember from the stories? Like, are the stories good? And because I asked the dude this, he's like, yeah, nah, the story's not really good, man. It's just the matches. I'm like, and what did you grow up on with wrestling? Did you grow up on just good matches or stories? Do you remember moments? Or do you remember matches? He's like, moments. I'm
yeah.
like, I mean, hey, I don't
I
gotta say anything else.
I think there can be a perfect blend of the two,
For sure.
but like matches no story, I can't or like, wrestling in poor story. Like they have a
Yeah.
story, it's just not great.
Yeah.
Um, I can't connect to that.
At all.
If it was like all story, no wrestling, I'd probably be really tight about that.
Hmm.
But I'm going to take the more story focus over just the pure wrestling most
Yeah.
of the time. Because it is something that I could truly gravitate towards. Um, I really only give that sort of like leniency to independent wrestling shows
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be I don't really tap into the indies like that anymore. So like if I watch an indie show, I am most likely watching it in passing. So like
Yeah.
I am just like taking in the vibe and the crazy spots and shit like that. And then like, I might not remember it like the next day if I'm not like cataloging it or if I'm not tweeting about it or any shit like that. So like I definitely give that leniency to like, indies and stuff like that. But like AEW is just like you are a big budget indie,
Hmm.
but you are trying to portray yourself as somebody that is not indie and you're like, you know, you're really up there, but like your business model and how you like do things is just not really up to my taste, as
Yeah.
most listeners of the show would know. But it
Yeah,
is what it is. Like Goldberg is gonna be around, like, and he's retiring after this.
bro. Like,
Just let him.
uh,
Just he's gonna go out in Atlanta, and then you'll never see Goldberg again
yeah,
with an
one
asterisk.
7-minute match on a show that is a televised house show pretty much is not gonna kill you. You're gonna be okay.
Most likely can watch it on YouTube night of.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, though, like WWE has been like really good about like just posting like their big ass matches on YouTube like day of. Like
Yeah, like mad quick.
it's so crazy how irrationally like mad it makes people.
Hmm.
Um, and then just one last thing before we get into the show, I saw a TikTok earlier today, and then they're just like somebody said, "I don't like Gunther." Instant block.
Yo.
Instant block. I like Jey Uso. I think Jey Uso is fine.
Hmm.
I don't like. I don't. Hey man, that title reign needed to end, man. Um,
It was similar to Kofi. It was for the moment. He got an amazing WrestleMania moment. I give Triple H credit for striking when the iron was hot. I liked his match with Seth. I liked the Logan match. I
that's
liked the tag match.
the thing.
Like,
Before we get into AEW and stuff like that, the thing that you just said there, he struck while the iron was hot. Niggas wanted him to win that shit so fucking bad until he won that Royal Rumble.
hmm, hmm,
Wanted to win it so bad.
yep.
Wins it, instant turn.
That they wanted Jay to be the one to end Roman's 4-year reign.
Crazy.
I'm like, yo, where is this vitriol coming from? What's going
Crazy.
on? I remember 2020 when main event Jay was first born and he had his matches with Roman back then, and y'all was saying he's gonna be the one to end. Like I feel like I'm in an alternate universe and I'm making this shit up in my head, but I remember
Cra-
reading these tweets. I remember having the
I
conversations.
the IW there's nobody more fickle than IWC, man. This shit is fucking
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Um all right. AEW Grand Slam in the Arena Mexico.
Mm.
I believe they said it's the first time that a US indie I mean a US promotion, sorry, was at Arena Mexico. Um oh, Brian Danielson was there tonight.
That's
Okay,
cool.
good for him.
Yeah,
Um so I missed the first two matches. So this 14-man tag, ha,
nigga.
nigga, I killed myself. We got Adam Cole, Atlantis Jr., Bandito, Brody King, Daniel Garcia, and Templora, Templora, Lario,
Something like that.
Templario.
Templario. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, we got there. We got there. Um, defeated Dax Harwood, the Don Callis family. Nigga, why is Henchachero and the Don Callis family? Whatever. Josh Alexander, Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, Lance Archer, and Volador, Volador Jr.
My
Sure.
only notes, my only notes on that match. Shout out to Brody King for wearing the shirt saying
Abolish
to
ICE.
abolish ICE. Huge respect for
Yeah.
that. Adam Cole had one of the saddest chop blocks I've ever seen in my life. Um, and with all the craziness in that match, for it to finish with an inside cradle,
The AEW special.
the AEW special, man. A 14-man tag just in general is crazy. Like that's too many niggas. Like, and for part of the match, like three guys from each team would just be sitting outside, like not staying on the turnbuckle because obviously that's mad niggas to have on the turnbuckle. It's like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that was that nigga is crazy. Tony Khan, at least
Yeah.
booking a 14-man tag. It's probably one of the most like any things that you really can fucking do. Um I am not really familiar with this Don Callis, Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia sort of feud. It mainly happens on Collision, but I am glad I missed it because I just don't really care about that.
Mhm.
Um, Okada defeats Mark Briscoe. Um,
Pretty boring
I'm
match.
I'm confused. Why this match is really happening. I know I like didn't really get to see this match and like commentary could have like explained it to me or whatever, but like and it's probably something that happened on Collision. I miss you, Quan, so you could fill in these gaps. But just from the clips I saw on my way home, I was just like, yep, that's Okada and Mark Briscoe match. This is exactly how it would go.
Yeah.
Um,
From what I understood, Briscoe was defending Kenny Omega's honor, but he did not do a good job of that because he got
he's
his
been
ass
he's been
wiped
defending
down.
a lot of niggas honor. You okay, man? Like why you keep jobbing for niggas, bruh? First it was the one-legged nigga, then it was his own honor, and then Moxley waxed his ass, um, and then he get
Yeah.
cooked.
He's clearly
Um,
not the most trusted shooter. Like you gotta get some help, bro. Like
yeah, my nigga need they need to put the what is it, the conglomeration, they need to put that shit back together because this nigga lost out here. Um, Next match, this is where I came in, or at least when I started watching. Mystico defeats MJF. MJF don't lose often, so I'm like confused why it was against this nigga.
yeah, and it was a
Why do
DQ.
yeah? Why did we do a DQ?
Yeah,
It's
Chris
fucking
Mack said
it's
how they were protecting both guys. I'm just like, did you really like if you're gonna book the match and you're doing it in Arena Mexico? Like on the one hand, MJF winning would be obviously super heel for him. It would be good for him, but then like it would also be a good look for Mystico,
hmm
and you just end it in a DQ.
I know CMLL got like somebody that can job.
Yeah,
Like they could have just not booked this match.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so very confusing. And then the post match, really odd. Um, I am really tired of people just doing like standoffs against the Hurt Syndicate.
Mhm.
Um, Even if you get your ass whooped, show that you got heart.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like MVP up in the cane. Nigga, you outnumber the fuck out that nigga, man. I'm sorry. Like Bobby, MVP, Shelton, and there's three of y'all.
Hmm.
Y'all can at least take out MVP.
Yeah,
Like,
nah, this nigga's like 50, bro. Come on, man.
you could probably do a little bit of something, you feel me? But like, yeah, I don't know. Like they always do these weird standoffs. So the post match happens and MJF is, unmasked Mystico again, and then all sorts of shit. Other luchadors come and, to defend his honor, and then they have a, you know, stare down with the Hurt Syndicate. Um, Kenny Knight, Mike Bailey come in, get the drop on Hurt Syndicate. They're standing tall-ish, against the Hurt
Yeah.
Syndicate, and then with Hurt Syndicate on the ramp, they're outnumbered as fuck,
Hmm.
and niggas still don't want to move.
Nothing happens.
And I'm starting to think that like it's just like the Hurt Syndicate just kind of burying niggas. Like there's no reason for them to just have a face off again. I feel like after you guys like both just got like dropped, got the drop on y'all, space should have been cleared.
Hmm.
You should have been like not even like y'all look weak or whatever. It's just like you're so upset like you're just gonna go back and like just go to the back and recoup. Like there was
Yeah.
no like They
That
would
would be the
have
heel thing to do. It would make sense to just get out of there. Don't just stand there if you're not gonna do nothing.
exact like I feel like they would have stood there forever
Hmm.
if it was up to them.
Yeah, yeah,
Like just bow out, you know? I just think like they've been doing that like a lot. So like just leading up to this is just like just get physical if y'all just gonna stand there. Like instead of just like just staring each other in the eye. Um,
yeah.
to me it's
Especially
just
if your
really, really
name
hard.
is the Hurt Syndicate. Like hurt some niggas. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Um, next match, 4 million pesos high flyer. Oh, high flying fatal four way. Hologram defeats Leo Rush, Mascara Dorada, and Ricochet. Um, sure. I I find the like money gimmick matches kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'm just like, why?
yeah.
You've like booked a lot of matches just for the fuck of it before. Why is there like what's the money incentive like?
Yeah, like
Um,
if you have them like after they win the match, come out the next week and flaunt the money, purchase something luxurious
mhm.
like that, okay, then I would accept it. But it feels like you're just trying to make something feel important for the moment,
But it
and
don't feel important.
like at all, bro.
What I think what they really need to do to sell it is that like open a briefcase that has all that money inside.
That would make sense.
Even if it's like monopoly money at the bottom. Like show me what 4 million pesos look like.
Or if you're gonna have high flyers, turn it into a ladder match and have them grab
That
it.
that actually would have been like really really cool
Yeah.
if it was like a ladder match. But like yeah, it's just like in a show that has like a 14-man tag and then a 10-man tag, like this fatal four way is like whatever to me.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, this match is like moves happened. Did it all look good?
No,
No.
not at
Was
all.
there some cool moves? Yeah. Do I care that hologram won 4 million pesos? Not really.
Man's got a
Um,
24-0 record.
yeah, and then he's nowhere near the title.
That's what I was gonna ask because I'm not watching consistently. I'm like,
W-
has he
w-
gotten a title shot at any title?
when wins and losses, am I right?
All right, all right.
So yeah, that match was just like whatever to me. Um, Mercedes Monet versus
Zooks.
Yeah, Zeuxis. Sorry, I like see it and I'm just like I don't see that. It don't sound like that when I like read
Hmm.
it in my head. But yeah, Monet gets a new title belt. Um, it's a new title belt. It's just another one to add to the collection. Um, very predictable for the most part.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
just again, just like the Monet title belt collecting thing, like it's never been really cool to me. Um, it's only been cool twice, in my opinion. And the visual of like Tony Storm doing the German and then all the belts fly out looked pretty goofy.
Yeah.
In a positive way. I thought it was like comedic,
Hmm.
but like she wins that title once again. Just AEW doing AEW things. The moment doesn't breathe at all. Like she just
Yeah.
won a new title that we finally like actually get to see the match because what is it? She got like some pinwheel title from somewhere in Europe.
Some State Farm. I mean State Fair. I said State Farms.
Yeah. Yeah, some carnival belt. And then the moment doesn't breathe. A weird Tony Storm video comes out, and then she comes out dressed as Carmen Sandiego, which she's been doing that a lot. And she says like the fun and games are over or some shit like that. And then did her weird thing on the floor that she's been doing. And then the segment was over. And then I walked away. I walked away with that segment going, why was Mina Shirakawa out there?
Yeah, that felt random.
Yeah, like if she was all Monet was already distracted by the video,
Hmm.
so why did she need a further distraction from Mina
Yeah,
Shirakawa? Just weird stuff, but
yeah,
yeah, All In can't come any sooner, and I would be so surprised if Tony Storm retained.
it's over, Tony.
Yeah, that money train coming hard, bruh.
Yeah, no, I mean, if we had to put FanDuel odds on this, I'm going Mercedes Monet minus 300, Tony Storm, Tony Storm plus like 450.
Six
It's
plus
not
six
looking good.
million, bruh.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Yeah. Main event, Death Riders with Beast Mortos. Congrats, I guess. Um, and the Young Bucks, they defeat the Ops, Kazuya Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, Samoa Joe, Swerve, and Will Ospreay. Another match that was just moves.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know why this like it's starting to give Raw 2018 of seeing like this like group interact with one another. I thought Anarchy in the Arena would be the last time. Well, needed to be the last time we seen this, and it's like y'all niggas not like winning for real. So like, why do we keep doing this?
Yeah.
Moxley couldn't just like wrestle just some CML nigga. Like who y'all got?
Yeah, that would have made a lot more sense. Meals made a good point in the Discord. Like they obviously they featured CMLL talent, but it didn't the show didn't feel special. Like it just felt like, okay, we got our AEW people, we got CMLL people, they're in these matches, but there's just nothing that I walked away from like, yo, that was a dope, collab, a dope integration. Like this is a moment that I'm gonna, remember next year, in a year or two. Like,
It was just a standard AEW like they called it Grand Slam, but this was just Dynamite in Mexico. Like
yeah,
it
yeah,
was just largely just like whatever. I wasn't like, and I think like if you've been listening, if you're a new listener, I'm not really into CMLL or like Lucha Libre. It's just not really my cup of tea.
hmm
Um, so like like that, like this not being my cup of tea and me not liking AEW, it was just like, yeah, this show was just not really gonna work for me in general. But like even with like I didn't even walk away being like, oh, at least that CMLL guy was like cool, you know?
yeah,
There was walking out of this, there's no Mr. Iguana.
yep, yep.
I don't give a shit about any of these guys. Um,
Yeah,
but
the
yeah.
most overdude was Mystico, and I had to Google to learn that he was Sin Cara, who used to be in WWE. So that was exciting, and he got a lot of fanfare. But I think being in a match with MJF and Hurt Syndicate and MJF's antics, it kind of took away from the moment that I think it could have been for Mystico, which it's a shame.
I don't think big match MJF exists. Um, and in a big match, I don't think he makes his opponent look good at all.
Hmm.
So, um, Jay White is like the main culprit.
Yeah. Woo. Woo.
People would say like people could say whatever they want. That match killed Jay White.
Yeah. Badly.
Derailed would be an understatement.
Hmm.
Um, so that's that. And then just quick hit, like obviously it happened in the first half of the show. I believe it opened the show. Hangman Page had a promo and he spoke a little bit of Spanish, and I don't know Spanish, so it is what it is. But I saw somebody say in the Discord, I've been studying Spanish for 7 years. I don't know what the fuck he said.
Yeah, Mole said he was practicing that, the whole day. He said stuff
Yeah.
like he was just talking about his match with Moxley and how, AEW is the best wrestlers in the world and he was happy to be there. That's pretty much from what
I
I caught from it.
I'm not gonna shit on, Hangman Page trying to pander to the crowd by
Yeah,
speaking Spanish. Like all, good shit, brother.
yeah. No,
Um,
I was.
yeah, no, I'm just like, it is what it is. I'm not shitting on it at all. It was just like
Mhm.
somebody was just like, what the fuck?
That's
But
what you do.
I couldn't do it. I would be out there with Google Translate.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, all right, let's get into NXT. A lot of stuff happened on this show. Um, Main topic just the qualifiers. Girls, girls, girls. We got Jada Parker, Thea Hale. I thought this match was good.
Hmm.
Um, the finish was very funny where, she just tapped where the ref couldn't see. I thought
Hmm.
that was really funny. And I feel like that is more of a creative way to protect people than doing a cradle.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
because I definitely think that like Thea Hale doesn't need to go back to being like the loser, you know?
Hmm.
They're keeping them equal even though they need somebody to fill in this spot. Looking forward to see how that feud ends. Um, and I quit would be really cool, but I feel like that's a little too extreme for the little very lack of story that this feud has.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah. It
Jada
would.
Parker. Jada Parker's an asshole. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. It would take some time to get to that point, but I do think
Hmm.
this loss should intensify Thea to where she goes
Hmm.
even harder with Jada, and maybe it could get there. Um,
Yeah, like no tapping. You gotta say you lose.
yeah,
So that's cool with me. Um, Last Legend defeats Kalani Jordan. I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised by this. I know that like they were making a big push for Lash since the end of Metaphor. Like she's just been
hmm,
like around the title orbit like a star. Um, but I was just like, damn, what are they gonna do with Kalani Jordan?
yeah. It's in.
She lost already. I don't what's she gonna do?
She hasn't gotten a shot at the NXT title yet, has she?
I don't think so.
Yeah, she's just been in that North American orbit, and she's definitely among. I mean, obviously they brought in a lot of talent recently. Stefan, Julia
Yeah.
went up, but like Kehlani's definitely towards the top of the pecking order, I'd feel. So it's interesting they
Hmm.
haven't pulled that trigger with her yet.
Yeah. And to reignite, like I'm not saying she would like win the full thing, but like, well, it's not out of it wouldn't be that realm of possibility if she was in it. But like, you could rekindle that feud between her and Fatal Influence again.
Exactly.
So that could have been really something, but it is what
Yeah.
it is. Um, Izzy Dame defeats Zarya with a shady finish. Just Tatum Paxley just being weird and a little misunderstood. But we love you, Queen. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Please don't join the culling. I love you. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. But this push for Izzy, it's interesting. Um
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
I'm honestly, I feel like they should have been done this. Like I thought
Yeah.
she was like I thought that she would be a really good mainstay for the show like around last year. And then she just
Yeah.
I believe she got either she got hurt or she just wasn't around.
Yeah, no,
Or they
she
were probably like really
was.
working on the culling thing, but like yeah, she just like wasn't around for a bit.
Yeah, she was like a key part of that Roxanne Kiana feud. And then
Hmm.
obviously Kiana went up, and it seemed like they were priming Izzy
Yeah.
to be something. And then yeah, she was cold for a while, but hey man,
Yeah.
it's happening now. I think she's made the culling way more interesting.
It's it's
She's
it's
solid in ring.
it's just how it goes when you
Yeah.
have like a mixed gendered group. The
Hmm.
woman just outshines every time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Um,
science.
just like it like it's just it's just fact at this point. Like it's not even an opinion. Like it happens every fucking time. And it's kind of crazy. NXT funny. for the way how that shit works. And then Grace defeats Lola Vice. And honestly, Lola was whooping her fucking ass this match, bruh.
I I think that's a great pairing. I would want to see more of that at some point.
Yeah. Um, and then the Fatal Four Way should be really, really cool. Looking forward to see who gets to face off against JC Jane at Evolution. When is Evolution again? Hold on. Let's do the Googles.
I want to say it's July 12th, the weekend of July 12th,
You might be right, but let's confirm it. Let's confirm it. The 13th.
13th. So yeah,
Close, close,
yeah,
close, close. But yeah, looking
almost,
for
almost.
looking forward to that. That's not too far from now. So, um, excited to see how they like kind of just like heat that up just a little bit rather than just be like, I won two matches and now I get to face JC Jane.
Mhm.
Um, just add a little bit more to the feud or like just add more fire to the match. And then our main event was the contract signing for Blake Monroe. She gets attacked by Fatal Influence. Uh, I like Blake Monroe's theme. I thought the promo was nice. I just don't really know what to make out of the Fatal Influence like interaction just yet. Like I guess is like to put her into that title orbit.
Yeah,
Um oh I guess that's it, honestly.
yeah.
I don't know.
I,
Crack the
I
code
saw
myself.
I saw some people were mad that she got put through a table on her first night
Whoa.
there.
Was there a Slim Jim logo on it? Why do people hate the table? It had a tablecloth on it.
Yeah, and I'm just like Fatal, even with JC having the title, I think they need to come off strong in some way. Um, because a lot of people don't believe that JC's reign isn't going to be long, so you kind of give her this moment to make it believable. Like, hey, they got the upper hand on her. If Blake has a match with JC, she got to deal with Fallon and Jasmine, and that's a real threat. So
Hmm.
I didn't see a problem with it. It's kind of what NXT does sometimes too. Like someone
Hmm.
new pops up and they immediately get smoked. Like that's just what it is. So yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't really get the frustration with that.
Yeah, very odd. Like it put her into that orbit. There's a story. Like
Hmm.
they get contract signing and then instantly having a story with like somebody in the title. So I think that's really cool. I think that's great. Looking forward to see if anything or what she's going to be doing in the meantime,
Yeah,
um, towards like evolution and beyond. But yeah, it looked cool to me. Looking forward to the in-ring debut and then seeing how she gets like much, much better over time.
yeah. She probably gonna smoke Jasmine Nick soon.
Can't wait. Oh man, her and Fallon Henley might go hard. So
You feel me?
we'll see if she got it. Um, quick hits. Briggs, Inamura, and Elijah defeat Trick Williams, Wesley, and AJ Francis. Um, apparently KD Navarro got injured training, so they subbed him
Yeah.
out in the match. That nigga was probably ass, and they were just like, Wesley, please
Yeah.
sub in. Um, and then
It was cool though because you got that interaction with Trick and West
yeah.
now that they're both heels. Like, hey man, I was wilding a few years ago. My bad, dog.
When I slapped the fuck out you, uh, when I beat the fuck out you, when I beat the shit out you, my fault. I was like, Wesley ain't get an upper hand at all on that nigga, bruh. This is like
Nope.
Trey smoked that nigga.
Hmm.
Um, that was really funny though. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a good match too. I enjoyed it and huge pin for my dog what's his name?
Anymore.
Yeah, Inamore. Huge pin. I was actually surprised that Trick took that L.
Hmm. I mean,
Um
TNA needs something, but at the same time, I was just like, because like post match, there's a backstage segment, and then Inamura was just like, man, I came back to NXT for you, man. I came back for that NXT title. So, Briggs, you could go for that TNA shit. I don't want it. Crazy.
Yeah, kind of odd.
I was I've like selfless behavior like that is very bizarre to me.
Yeah,
Um, why couldn't Josh Briggs just get the pin?
that's what I'm thinking.
Uh, so
It
like
would it would just be the sensible thing going into the title match. Like, yo, he pinned him already. Whoo, what's gonna happen?
yeah, like I hopefully something come from it, but very, very odd booking choice.
Yeah.
Um, I legitimately don't understand. And I am really liking this new version of Trick. I don't like, and don't get me wrong, I do think that Josh Briggs is a really good worker, and I think he would have a really good match with Trick. But like, I want to see Inamura and Trick.
Hmm.
Also, logically speaking, it should be Inamura and Trick. So like,
Yeah.
you're not about to sell me a dummy brick right now. Like, why are like I'm legitimately confused why we aren't getting the match. And maybe on Friday, Meltzer will do some scoops and shit like that. And like, hey man, no, we're not going for that.
Yeah.
Um, them niggas say this partnership is between Noah and WWE. The fuck TNA doing here, nigga? Um, and I would understand in that regard, but like, did niggas see Inamura win that? Hit the ring ring? Nah, we ain't going.
Mm-mm.
Um, so I think that's really, really just a bizarre like booking thing, but
Yeah.
hopefully something will come to light. Tony D having trust issues.
My dog's going through it, bro.
That nigga is paranoid. When he accused Ava of working with Stacks too, I was just like, all right, man.
Come on, bro. You gotta reel it in. Reel it in, man.
Yeah, that made me laugh. I was just like, hey man, if Ava was working for Stacks, Stacks would not get this far.
Yeah, yeah. That would be a very big disadvantage for him. So
Yeah, actively damaging the team.
yeah.
Tony D'Angelo wanted a match with no, he wanted Crucifino to have a match with Stacks, and Ava said can't do that. Tony D was just like, huh, that's what a rat would say. But
Hmm.
Stacks already has a match and he'll be wrestling Noam Dar next week, and I'm just like, I guess. Sorry,
This
Heritage
Heritage
Cup.
Cup still a thing, man, huh?
Year 5. I ain't going. Still,
Yeah,
I'm not fucking with it. It's not the
yeah,
vibe.
yeah,
Um, so that's that. And then Ricky Saints versus Ashanti Adonis may probably next week for sure. Um, Ricky Saints just pulls up on what is it? Is their Vanity Project and Ethan Page.
yep.
He was just like, "Don't worry, man. Very very calm. I'm gonna get you niggas, man."
Hmm.
And for some reason, Shanti Adonis pulls up and is just like, "You ain't getting shit. Me and my homies." And then Vanity Project said, "This Negro," and then walked off screen and said, "You gonna pull up on me right now? We got the numbers game."
Told that man, you ain't wearing no pink polo. You ain't got no Sperry's on. You not
Yeah,
gang. You
if
not
you not
gang.
if you're not dressed like Young Dro right now, you're not fucking with us.
You not gang, bro.
And then they dipped out on him. But yeah, that's I feel like that's a good match back for Ricky Saints. Easy win, easy dub.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's pretty much it for NXT. Like NXT was just like a lot of women's matches, which I thought was really cool. Raw was the same.
yeah,
Um, so like yeah, it's Evolution time.
yeah,
Women
man.
is the well, it's Evolution and Queen of the Ring. So it's like just two of these just going crazy right now. Um, so yeah,
It's
like yeah.
been it's been cool to see how they've maneuvered having so much going on. Like because they're also booking for Saturday night's main event, and
Hmm.
and then you got SummerSlam in the background, which the Queen of the Ring and King of the Ring implications are for, and they also really did a good job weaving stories into these tournament matches for King and Queen of the Ring. So I gotta tip my cap to H. After a pretty WrestleMania that I was. Well, WrestleMania was fine aside from the Cena and Cody match, but it's just like, all right,
That shit was like deflating.
yeah,
That's how I would describe it every time. Just deflating.
yeah, yeah. And so, there was the curiosity of how he was going to move forward, and I've been content with everything. So, yeah, I got to tip my cap for juggling damn near four different PLEs at once.
Hmm. Yeah, they Saudi Saturday Night Main Event, Evolution, all sorts of stuff, and then Get Well Soon, Liv Morgan. When I read that I didn't watch Raw, but when I read that happened, and then later on read that like it set major plans back, I said, shit.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
timing,
That's
terrible timing,
Yeah,
man.
and then what is it? She's gonna be out for 6 months. I was just like, damn, that's really, really fucking bad, man. Um,
Because she only came back January 2024. Like she's been back for like a year and a half, but that wasn't too long ago when she had that terrible shoulder injury, which led to like a torn
hmm
labrum and all that. Like she had to miss so much time for that, and she really hit her stride in this last year, just as a character and with the Judgment Day stuff, and that was headed in a really interesting direction. So just a really shitty accident.
hmm Yeah, really, really bad injury, but we'll get well soon. And that's all our topics for today. So, thank you, Armand, for filling in short notice,
Of course,
having
man.
to watch AEW. I'm very, very sorry. You can subscribe to us on Patreon, patreon.com/The A Show RNC. You can follow the network at The A Show RNC on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Uh, Everything is in the show notes. You can follow Armon Sadler at Armon Sadler, right?
Yep.
But there's like an underscore somewhere, right?
No, no, no,
No, no, no
no. It's
underscore.
it's
Okay.
just my name on Twitter, IG, TikTok.
It'll
Yeah.
It'll be in the post, y'all. Everything will be in the show notes. You can follow me, Cyrus at Cyrus on TWR. Thank you so much for stopping by. Um, Appreciate it. And then next week, I don't know what's happening next week, so I don't think anything's happening next week. No pay-per-view or anything. And then I will be 1 year older.
There we go. Pop champagne, brother.
I'm I'm 1 year from Unk.
It's that time, brother. It's
Oh
that
man,
time.
yeah, 1 year from Unk. This shit gonna hurt. My knees already popping.
Hey,
Um,
make sure you stretch, and drink your water.
yep. And that's good advice for everybody else listening as well. All right, y'all. Peace out.